Hi, beautiful people. It's another exciting episode of Talk to B. It's Talk to B, baby. Gay, gay. It's a good time to call your friends, to call your family, in fact, call your enemies to come and watch Talk to B. Because after it, you guys are going to be friends. I promise you that. Because they are going to learn a lot. On Talk to Be, as usual, I have someone with an amazing story here in the studio with me. Today is going to be exciting, it's going to be educative, it's going to be fully loaded. I tell you, sit back, relax, enjoy what we've got for you today. My name is Dr. Abiola Adebayo Akinrinde. I quickly want you to meet my guest. I'm in a hurry. But before then, I'll go for a short break. When I'm back, I'll introduce my guest. Do not go away.
Talk to be, share your experience.
Thank you for staying tuned. In case you're just joining us, you're watching Talk to B. Like I said earlier, I have my guest in the house. Well, today is one of those days that we will not be revealing our guest identity for some personal reasons, security reasons, stigmatizations, and every other thing. Please get used to that on this platform. But it's an amazing story that you would learn a thing or two from. Join me as I welcome my guest. Hello, sir.
Yeah, good evening, ma'am.
Good evening. How are you doing today?
I'm doing well, ma'am.
We're so pleased to have you on the show.
Same here, ma'am.
All right, because we'll not be revealing your identity.
Okay.
So we'll just want you to go straight to your story. What's your name? And let's go to your story.
My name is Akombi.
Akombi, okay.
Yes. My story, it's a very touching one. My mom gave birth to 3 children. I have one senior brother, one sister, so I'm the last born. So my mom left me when I was 2 years old. I don't even know her.
Wow.
So after a few years, maybe 2 years or 3 years, my dad remarried. My dad married a woman from Abeokuta. Okay. So my dad told the woman, I have 3 children. The woman said, fine. She has 1 child. Okay. My dad said, okay, bring the child you have, bring it home. So when the woman got home, the next thing she did, she told my dad, if you want peace to reign in this house, you have to send all your children out. That she only wants me and my husband. She said it frankly. So my dad has to send my senior brother to go and live with younger ones. My dad sent my senior sister to go and live with her younger ones. So the wife said, you'll be good for house help for me.
Wow.
Yeah. So she retained me. So I will work for her. So do so many things. She gave birth to about 4 to 5 children. So the moment she gave birth, I'll be the one to start taking care of the baby, a day 1 baby.
Wow.
She will just leapt off, mom, without even looking back. The baby will just be crying. So I will carry the baby. I'll be the one to take care of the baby. Even till date, those children still love me more than their mom.
Wow.
Because of the love and affection I have for them. So along the line, I went to public school. This woman doesn't care at all. Out of 30 days, I would drink Gary for 26 days. Yes. Because if I try to report to my dad of what is happening, he would have gone to work. So when he comes back, I'll tell him what I'm going through. So the moment he left, the woman will say, you are the one that know how to talk. She will flog me. Wow. So nobody, there is no one to report to. There is no family nearby.
How old were you at this time?
Then, maybe 7 years.
Okay.
So that was when the affliction started. So the woman was very wicked. So out of 30 days, I would drink Gary for 26 days. I was very thin. If she's inside, I can't stay inside the house. And whenever she's going outside, she will lock the door. She prefers to cook soup today and trash the soup second day. That is how she does. That is her. So the people in our streets, in our house, know her very well. But what my dad says, he want peace to me. Most of the day they fought. But I don't want, I'll be the cause of the fight. So I try to stay with the neighbor. Even when my senior sister was doing her wedding, my senior sister could not even stay inside my father's house. Wow. She has to sit down inside the neighbors till all her in-laws, we use the neighbor's room because of the way she is. So in my primary school days, when they call open day, she will not follow me to the school. I have to go and I will stay at the door, be waiting for my friend's mom to stand for me. So that because they will not beat us. Because then, if they call for open day or they call for parents meeting, if your parent didn't show, they will flog the students.
Wow.
So she doesn't care. So the pains, I started doing mates for different people. Even there was a time I was molested by one of our uncle in my area. I still remember vividly. Brother Shegun. Brother Shegun will hold his dick, masturbating. He will not be telling me, look at this milk. I still have the memory in my head. But who will I tell? Who will I report to? Is it my mom that I don't even know? Is it my dad that doesn't even have my time? I just looked at what kind of family is this I grew up in. I just decided that I promise that my own is not going to be like this. So after the primary school, I moved to secondary school. So I'll be helping teachers to sell something in the compound because I believe that a lot of people love me. So I assist a lot of teachers. So teacher will be marking for me, be doing this for me, be doing that for me. So they really appreciate me. So most of my friends, even in parents meeting, one day I just asked my senior sister, don't we have a mother? My sister said, of course, you do now. One day, my sister took me to her. I was not like, eh? So this is my mom. And my mom, she's kind of all just a year ago.
Wow.
Not that she's wicked. But in as much she has remarried, she believed that you guys are from the past. And you have not make it. Even she still said it. Now you guys have not make it. You don't have money. You don't have anything. Eh? Assuming you have make it, so I can still be proud of you. Even till now. Yes. Even till now, she's not even proud of us.
Your mom said that to you?
I wish my senior sister was there.
Wow.
She was not even proud of us because we don't have money. That I just told her that I'm not God. Assuming you have stayed behind, all what you are going through, not go through it. Even there was still something that was even happening to us. Whenever I read book like this, before I know it, bam, everything would have wiped away. This woman will be saying that it was only transport that will cost her. And whenever she renew, you two will know that the juju is working. This is not about film. It's reality of what I went through for so many years. You two will know the way where she make the effort for her. Ojegon. Even till date, it's still affecting my father till date. You would have known that this man, you are just looking at him. The memory card has been formatted. I'm very, very serious. The people in my area know the story very well. So on SS2, I started working so early just to cater for myself because I do made for people. I move closer to some people. Some people say, yeah, come help me to do this. I started catering jobs since GSS, following them to do service boy. I started learning how to cook. That's how I became a good cook. So on secondary school, I did my SS3 at SS2. I did my jump and WAEC SS2 and I make it. I traveled to another state so that I can further more. So getting to Kwara State, that was when on my way going, I think I went for A11 in Kwara. So on my way going to Kwara, there was a lady I met. I was not like, wow. So we just met accidentally, we talk. So along the line, we became a lover. She's an Hausa lady. So I now told her all the troubles I've encountered from my mother's side. She said, what? Even till date, she was not like, how can your parents, when you just ignore them? Feeding allowance is problem to eat. Even if you see my picture the way I was, I cannot even say, did I even have a parent? Even my father could not even give a listening ear. That was the time I just tried that. I'm just tired of this word. She said, why will you be tired? I said, I don't even know. When you don't have a parent, it's different from you having a parent like you don't have. So me and her, we started an affair. I was living with my friend and I'm schooling. She has a family issue with her mom. All the people she has been bringing for her mom, her mom said, even her mom said it frankly to her, and I heard it, telling her daughter that, I don't want the best for you. Instead of having the best, I prefer your senior sister to have it.
How?
I was like, eh?
Your mother-in-law
said it to my wife
that she doesn't want the best for
her. Let me shock you. When we gave it on our wedding day, during the week of our wedding, my mother-in-law called my mother that My daughter has used F4 on your son. There was a time I came to the house, I saw my son backing their baby, fetching water for our wife. So my mom was like, I said, please, you are not staying with us. What I want is different from what you want. This is my home, and this is how I want it. She just left with an annoyance that I was like, please, don't interfere in my affairs. That is how I want it. So she was having family issue in her house. Her mom doesn't like her because she's a gifted child. She's this kind of a person. If she told you that, don't put that table there, because if you put it there, that table will fall. Just believe what she said. So her mom believed that, somebody like that is a witch.
Oh, okay.
And she's very natural. She's a very good lady. So since even till now, my present wife knows that I can't joke with my first wife. Even till this, her picture is still in my house. All my family has said a lot. Remove it. I said no. And my wife understands very well. Along the line, she and her younger sister had a fight. So their father sent them out. So once their father sent them out, she came to my house that late night. That issue happened. I said, don't worry. So we went there to the second day. They don't want to, they said she should not come to them. I said, no problem. So we rent a room apartment. The second morning, we started living together as a couple. So when we started living together as a couple, after 1 week, I said, okay, let's look at other people. So go and beg your parents. So we solved that issue. We started living as a couple. Along the line, she got pregnant. So we went through a lot of things. I don't even know whether spiritual or something happened. But I've experienced some. So we gave birth to our first child 2014. She'll be clocking 10 years this year.
How old were you then?
I think I was about 22 to 20, either 23 or 24.
You were very young.
I was very young, but if you see me at that time, you'll pity me.
Okay.
Because you are just seeing me. I was like a walking corpse. Because there was the depression in me, no family. And my senior sister, she's not like, we are very close, but we are not staying
Together.
nearby.
Okay.
So, my first wife was my confidant. Even she was my first girlfriend and she was my first woman. So, we started living together as a couple. We gave birth to our first child. After we gave birth to our first child, after 9 months, she got pregnant again.
Wow.
She was not like, we were selling. So the first child, I was working. So I'm a very responsible man. She knows that and she's always proud of me. So for the second now, when the pregnancy was about 9 months, she said, my husband, what's he know you? Money, leave it now. Do you have a boyfriend? Hope people won't talk. Talk for what? Are they feeding you? And we are living upstairs. I said, this is what we are going to do. You'll be staying at home. I'll be doing whatever you want to do. People feel like, you are sick, no honey. So by the time the early stage passed, you come downstairs. Do you care? Are they feeding you? She said, okay, I have your support. And she was still breastfeeding the first baby. I just told her that she should not breastfeed. So when we saw her breast, one swell up, I was like, Talashe, what is all this? So I just asked someone, the person was not like, we should squeeze it. I just sat down, I helped her massage her body. She was not like. So that was how she passed through the early stage. When we were about to give birth to our second child, there was some little difficulties. She gave birth inside Marua, no, inside car. So when she gave birth, I was not like, okay, let me take you to the hospital.
Inside
you are using.
the car?
Yes. So the water burst. So the moment the water burst, the baby came out immediately.
Wow.
So the hospital she was using, we rushed down to the hospital. So the doctor was now like, the doctor on duty that we are going to pay 40,000. I said, where are we going to see 40,000? And the placenta has not come out. So the doctor was now referring flashback. Now want to take advantage that when she was coming for antenatal, that she wanted to be touching her, that she said no. I said, you called yourself a doctor. And you are not saying that because she didn't allow you to touch her. So when she now gave birth, why you're over Larawa? The person that delivered without any issue, we spent close to more than a week at the hospital.
Was that a general hospital or private hospital?
It's a private hospital, not a general hospital, private. So after the second child was still a baby. And my wife is a kind of a person. When I was jobless, she went through a hell for me. And Hausa, they are kind of people. If you heard their language, Otiton,
I know.
they can do anything for you. My wife will go to their house. She will call their neighbor. Is my mom around? When the neighbor told her that, her mom is not around. She'll go to their house, pack the food stuff in their house because their dad has money. But because of her wicked mom, she'll go to their house. When she go to their house, she'll pack the food, put the food along the quarter side. She'll put it in a liner. Let me follow you to go and take it. No. I don't want people to be insulting you. I'll still feel depressed. What kind of woman being is this? She will go extra mile, more than even extra mile, that I've not even experienced. So later on, I said, what are we going to do? I started looking for a job. She'll go to the market. She'll go and speak Hausa to those people. They'll give her different things. But she will come home. She will not want to tell me. And she knew that if she didn't tell me, I will not eat the food. I'll be crying. She will just tell me that everything is going to be fine. I started working in government house as a chef. When I started working in government house, she fell sick. She was sick for 6 months. So I tried my possible best. I took her to her home, everything. Out to no avail.
For 6 months?
So I was the one taking care of her. Both she, my first daughter, and the second daughter. So I was the one taking both of them and the mother. She was so sick to the extent of she has already seen, and they couldn't figure out what is happening to her.
Wow.
So she died January 18. That's my first wife.
She died?
Yes, January 18. And she warned me that she should not give the child to anybody. And when a few times for her to die, I was running helter-skelter, taking her to different churches. One church I went to, the pastor told me that to cure her is not an issue, but there will be repercussion. And it's true. The man is not lying.
What does he mean by that?
Me, so I was shocked and compare my age with what I was going through. So there was a time, one night, the man now said, do this, do that, pray inside the water. We should go home. Once it's 12, she was at home lying down on the bed, I think on the chair. I was not checking the time, 12. What will happen by 12? And a friend of mine came to my house. I'm sure that with what I'm saying, that my friend that came to my house that day, if he don't listen to this program, he will know that I'm the one talking. I just saw that the person that had been paralyzed for months, she just stood up, praising God. And there was no light. Yes, it's true. She was just praising God, so happy, thanking me, my husband. And I was like, for real? I was so happy, but inner me is not happy because I knew that something will happen. Not too long, maybe, and that my friend that came, that one is like a pastor, but he's not a pastor, he's gifted. It's not up to 10 minutes or 15 minutes. All my neighbor was just coming in. Thank God, Oluwa Seun. The next thing we saw, she just said, wọ́n ti bọ́lẹ̀ o. And me to that, I was feeling it. Even my body was like something I can't see, but I could feel that something is within the premises. That my friend was just praying. The next thing, she paralyzed. Again, that night, around 12:30 to 1. I was not hearing one church that was doing night vigil. I just spoke her with my friend. We took her to that church at that night, around 12:30 a.m. to 1. The pastor, they just pray. The hand straighten again. We rushed her back home. On getting to the entrance, we saw a cat in front of the door. On getting to the entrance, before entering the compound, I said, she was not showing me the star, and I saw the star. The star is 7. I saw it that night. So the star was now going in, one after the other. She now told me that this last one, if this last one should go, that's his life. Yes.
Were you guys staying outside?
You know, that night, we rushed out to the church. On our way coming back to enter the compound, we have not even entered. On the main road, government road like this, we saw the cats. I don't even know. I was so scared, but I just feel like nothing will happen. I saw the star. The star was now going one after the other till the last one. We just went in. I was like, I'm getting tired of this, but I won't give up. She knew that I tried all my possible best, but she told me that my husband, when it gets to time, never give my children to anyone. I believe you love me deeply, and the love you have for me, you surely relate with the children. She died. So after she died,
Was that same day after she got back from the church?
few days
After
to
she...
that,
Okay.
God just wants to let us that I'm still the God. It was a few days after she died. So when she died January 18. So after she died January 18, the day we went to bury her, I was even at work. It just called me. The moment I saw the call, I feel that something has happened.
What happened?
I was just crying. I could not even get myself that. Where will I start from? How will I start? Who will be like her? Because I've not seen anyone. Even the woman I have in my house now. Not that I don't love her, but she's not like my first wife. But I just try to like amend, let everything be like the way I have for my first wife. She knows her picture is still in my house till today. So I was called. The day I wanted to go and bury her, our family started having a show with me. That same day when we went to, after burying her, they came back. They want to collect the children on the main road. Money, Amy, we all money me. I can accept everything, but my children, you can never take them from me. On the road, both the younger ones and the senior one, they started fighting me on the road.
How old were the children
Then.
Yeah.
My second daughter
When
should
she
be,
died.
my second daughter should be around 1 year plus. So very small. Her picture is very small. Very, very small. You know that. But my second daughter, she's about 3, maybe like 3 years plus. At least I can still send her
The
an errand.
first one.
Go and do this, go and do that, go on. So they were fighting me on the road. People were not like, is it because he doesn't have a family here? They gang up. Money, I will take everything you guys do to me. But my children, we rather bury me and their mother together because I won't accept that and I won't give it to anybody. I don't joke with my children. Even the way I am today is because of my children. Even not for my children, I would have gone far. But my children, no, I'll go extra mile. I've begged for them. I've done so many things for them. Just for those children to be where they are. So, so whenever I'm going to work, because I leave very early, the moment they heard my voice, for the day. So, February, you are VC Connie. You are following me to school today. Money, okay, ma. On getting to the school, they did a test for me. They don't want to tell me. The next thing she said, no, the doctor was asking me questions. I was not like, what kind of silly question? Are they asking me?
What do you mean the VC from work?
Yes.
Did you say VC?
Yes, Vice Chancellor's wife in
Okay.
Kwara State University
Oh, you were working at Kwara State University.
as a chef for the VC.
Oh, then, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Then Fatai was still the governor.
Okay.
So, after getting to they did a test. They said positive. I said, Nibo. Ibo Motiri,
Positive what?
HIV positive. Ibo Motiri, Kini Fefiche. I'm not wayward. Came back, I don't have a friends. And my wife doesn't, I trust her with all my life. She's not the type. So the next thing the wife did, they sacked me immediately.
Wow.
Yeah. Immediately.
Because of your status?
Yes, they sacked me immediately. After sacking me, so anybody that asks of me, on HIV ni.
Oh.
Yes, she can. If she's hearing what I'm saying, she should come and debunk it. That I was lying.
The wife of the VC.
VC, Kwara State University, yes. I was working in their home. So the next thing they heard that is HIV positive. The next thing they did is that they terminated my appointment immediately. Even I did not even pack my clothes from there till today. I didn't pack my clothes from there. Immediately, they terminated the appointment after I came back from the hospital. That's all. So I was not like, so I was thinking, sitting at home, no friends, nobody, because I was like, how come? Where should I start from? How did it happen? I was asking myself the question. I just feel like, well, let me just be strong for my children. I started selling food outside my house. But if I started selling food, I'll have time for my children. So after 8 months, I relocated back to Lagos. So I started staying with my brother. That's my senior brother. So after that, I moved into a room, so living with my children. That was then I started having crisis. Because then, when I was still there, so if you are inviting me to a party, I'm going there with my children. So it's better you don't invite me and let me stay in my house. At times, I will back one, I will hold one, or I will carry one, I will hold one. That's how it does. They knows me in my area. And what makes me leave that area is that then they are now like, ọkùnrin tíyàwó ẹ̀ kú rèé, ẹwà ọmọ tíyàwó kú. So we could not even walk. Gbogbo ẹjọ́ yẹn rèé, it's too much in that area. So I just have to relocate that. Let me come to my source. At least I'm from Lagos before I travel there. So when I got to Lagos, I started working in the place as a production supervisor. A production supervisor in the place is that they knew that you have knowledge of this. So all the cook that make all the food, we are the one that test the food to check whether the food is okay, perfect, before they'll pass it to the restaurant. So the moment they did the test, they found out that it's positive, bam, immediately.
Wow.
Yes. So I cannot even count the offer I've lost. I cannot count the offer I've lost because of it. Even my senior sister said, don't go and do interview. I'm on Nigeria. You know some people that will know you, they will start talking money. Please, anybody that wants to talk, they should talk. I don't care. That's what my senior sister said when I said I wanted to come. So I was like, again. And that's where I was working. So I started, after I left home, I went home. I started having crisis. Because I haven't started using the drug. So if you have not started using the drug, you'll be having crisis, you'll be falling sick. You'll be falling sick. And if you're falling sick, you'll get seen. So, I've not used the drugs. So I don't know anything about it. No counselor, nothing. So I'll fall sick down. I'll just be vomiting. My first daughter will now say, my daddy, don't worry. You will not die. She'll go and throw the vomit. She will throw it away. Both of them will stay with me. They'll just be crying. Just stay strong for us. There was a time I was in National Open University because I'm there. I just dropped out of recent. I just said they should help me to pay it. I'm in 300 level. I went to school. So I'm coming back. I just saw my daughter. A neighbor was now telling me that, your daughter said their mom is late. I said, why will you tell them? But you told us not to lie. Isn't it? We don't have a mom. I told you not to lie. What do you know that you don't have a mom? How can a 3-year-old be explaining to me when someone is no more alive? So, I started having crisis. My dad was there for me. My senior sister will come. What should we do? They took me to an hospital, a private one. So, on getting to the private hospital, they couldn't pinpoint what is wrong. So, along the line, they just felt like, let's just do this test. They did. So, the next thing I found out is that they abandoned me on the bed. Yes.
At the private hospital?
Yes. There is another lady that came. She was just wearing gloves. I was like, okay, so, I don't know. My mind did not even go there, whether it's positive or not positive. I don't even know. My mind is not going there. I believe that maybe the one they did from the VC, maybe is rubbish or not. I don't even... My mind is not there. So, the only thing is I just saw that they abandoned me at the bed. They just told my sister, what is the matter? They just abandoned me without even attending to me. The next thing I saw a lady wearing gloves as if they are attending to a dead person. So, when they told me, I was emotionally derailed. So, I now flashback at this nightmare. But how come?
When they told you what?
That I'm HIV positive.
Oh, but they've told you before.
You know, when we did it at Kwasu.
Okay.
So I was like, maybe they mistake the results.
Okay, so
and
you
I've
didn't
not
believe
gotten
it.
opportunity to redo
Okay.
the test.
Okay.
So it was when they told me, finally. So they now introduced me to someone that works in government hospital. Because that is where the drug are. So they introduced me to the man. So the man asked me serious question. He booked an appointment for me. I went there. So as a starter, and they tested me. They gave me a drugs that I have to be using the drugs, maybe 2 or 3. I couldn't even use it at the start. I want to die.
Maybe what?
They gave me a drug, 2 to 3, as a starter I should be using. Even I wanted to die that time because I don't know how to use drug. I'll put it in swallow, I'll vomit it. So along the line, I started using it, but it was a terrible experience. So after I started using it, I started recovering. 1 month, 2 months. People were like, kilo share. Different people have said different things. But the only people I saw that was there for me is my children and my sister.
How about your dad?
The person that formatted his memory card. How do you want such person to be?
Okay.
My dad is a kind of a person he's a very nice man. But when a man married a wrong choice. I remember then my stepmother would tell my dad wants to give us something, he'll be hiding it.
Wow.
He doesn't. If he wanted to give us anything, he will hide it because the moment the wife sees it, voila for that day.
Wow.
So, we did not benefit him when he has. Let me just use that language like that. Ọ̀tọ̀ ni wípé bàbá ń tọ́jú ọmọ pé ó ní. We did not benefit because when he is supposed to give, he wished to give. But what about the wrong choice he have? Ibi tí wàhálà ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ nìyẹn. Ìyàwó bàbá mi ò ní gbà kí dáàdi wá fún wa o. Ó máa tọ́jú ẹni. Kódà, there was a time when he collect his pension. She told my dad, his wife told my dad that he should not let us know that he has collected the pension. My dad collects millions pension. I was given 25,000. That was what he gave me. But kilo call me. Even there was a land my dad bought in Ikorodu. He said he bought for the wife and the kids, and he bought for us. And now the one they bought for us, they have sold everything. But here comes the issue. Let me just be okay and have my own, and I should be there for my children.
That
right. Is my paramount. So along the line, I started using the drug. I was fine. So I said I need to move on. So I started applying for Lekki because of my job, because I know that I'm good at what I do. So test, fail. I can't count more than 20 or 25 offers. I've worked in a Ikoyi club. That is the reason I left there. So I was just like, do I need to give up? What should I do? Because more than 25 offer, the moment it's test, I was failed. They might have eaten everything. Grade A, the person would have been pleased, booked me for appointment. Okay, come and resume today. But the moment we did that, they found out my head, they'll sack you immediately.
Wow.
So I was like, what should I do? And there was a time when I was feeling sick. I went to the hospital. So after getting to the hospital, so I was talking to the doctor that I need to go and prepare for my children. A minimum, we are living together. Madam, everything. So somebody was hearing what we were saying at the back. Okay. So the lady was not telling me that. She's about to help any, she could mind. Sort of by Gemini no lab. So the person was now, so coming back, my children was playing at the hospital. You are not like, the man was not telling me that. The woman was asking that, Cheto, buy help me. Shame your mind. Money me your mind if it is about my children. Oh, and okay. So I went to talk to the lady. So the lady now said, I'll give you one contact. Call the contact. So I called the contact. The contact I called happens to be her sister.
Okay.
So her sister told me that she wants to take my 2 girls for adoption. I said, adoption. Let me just think about it and pray to it. I'm sure that I'll see something. So I just prayed to him, okay, money, okay, fine. Let's do it legally. So we did it in Ikeja. We did it legally. I gave the woman the kids.
They adopted your kids?
They adopted, yeah. But deep down my heart, I was like, and I know these children, they are blessing to me. Whenever they are within me, I don't suffer. But let me just give it a try. Now, the woman that adopted them, now she's now in England.
Okay.
She's now in England. So my kids were staying with them. I was staying here. I was not like, okay, let me just try, because the pressure was too much. That you can still remarry now. You are very young. I say, marry. She been to any girlfriend. No man, no, fair marry. So one of my sisters now, I can introduce you to someone. Oh, I can just give it a try. So
were they aware of your status?
She the auntie.
The one that wanted to introduce someone to you?
Nobody.
Okay.
Nobody is aware.
Okay.
So they just introduced me to her. So they said, they just gave me a contact. I just sọ̀rọ̀. So along the line, la only interfere. So we started talking, everything. She traveled down to see me. Ọ̀rọ̀ wa padà wọ̀. We married legally.
Wow.
Yes. Oh yeah, Ilenu.
Did you disclose your status?
No. Mo ń bọ̀rọ̀ bọ̀ iná rọpọ̀.
Ẹ má
Wàhálà
bínú.
padà ṣẹlẹ̀ ń bẹ̀.
Ẹ má bínú tó bẹ́ẹ̀, ó tó kí wàhálà ṣẹlẹ̀.
Me ò disclose it. I told my doctor that I need to tell her that I want an honest marriage like my first marriage.
Okay.
They said kí má ti sọ ní pé kò ìtàsíkò. Yes.
Why?
The reason is that I later understand the reason why they said it. When you go to the counseling center, that's where you see how a lot of marriages has been broken because of that. Even I've come across whereby Ike Ogunye, ìyàwó ló wà ń bọ́kọ ẹ̀gbà in hospital. Some men, they don't disclose it to their wife. Even ìyàwó ma wò pé mo ti dé o, mo fẹ́ gbógun dádì wa. But I didn't tell her anything. I never disclosed anything. One day, Asha, we married each other legally. I was at work. She saw the container.
Wow.
She saw the container. She snapped it, sent to someone. So when she snapped the container, sent to someone, so when they saw it, ta ló ń lò? Ogun àwọn positive lele. So, as a young lady, we have about 25 years, ó wá wò pé ọkọ tóun fẹ́ legally, registry, church wedding, white wedding, gbogbo ẹ̀ is an HIV positive.
Jesus.
If you are the one finding out that your husband is a HIV positive, how will you feel?
Very bad.
It's extremely bad.
Why did you do that?
Because it's from my doctor. And also, you know, when you're doing boyfriend and girlfriend with someone, at least I know the kind of person she is. She loves me naturally.
Wow.
Yes, but being that you didn't tell me, so she saw the container. When she saw the container, she didn't tell me. The next thing she saw it, she asked. But as a woman, different message was flowing. With voice note, she has called her mom. She has called her uncle. Can you call? But her uncle said, Ilieni, Latinjo Kuti Onidodo, solve the problem in your marriage. I'm not going to interfere.
Wow.
Her mom, as a woman, hey, I was weeping bitterly. Should I die? Will I lose this one again? Some of my family has heard. Everybody who are calling me, I have more than 100 missed calls.
Wow.
That night.
How old was your marriage at that time?
Newly couple, about 3 to 4 months.
Wow.
Newly couple, yes. So I was like, what should I do? I went home. Me cutting on me different things. I didn't say anything. I said, will you calm down? Take a chill pill. Let me talk to you. She was just saying different things. I just calmed down. But that night, I said, again, my worst nightmare. But she knew I have a kid. I told her, I don't hide my children. No matter what, I don't hide them. So the next morning, we went to an hospital with her mom. That same hospital. On getting there, they did a test for me in her presence. They did a test for her in my presence. So everybody was there when they are doing the test, an open test. She is negative. And we have been having sex without condom. Yes. This is what happened, is that being positive, in as much you are using your drug, it's not going to affect your partner. It's not going to affect anybody around you. Even if you're cooking, it's not going to affect anything.
Because you're using your drugs?
You're using your drugs.
Okay.
But the moment, I cannot miss that drugs for a day. If I miss it in a day, it shouldn't be more than few days. At times I do run out. At times I do run out of it. So the moment I run out of it, I have to go and rush for you to know what I'm going through. But I don't have a choice. In as much I still want to live, you have to sacrifice. But deep down my heart, I knew that my mom is part of this cause and my father, which I will never forgive them. because they are part of the court. Assuming my mom have stayed in a matrimonial home, in the first place, I would not be abused. In the second place, I would have monitored us as a parent.
Are you aware of why your mom left the marriage?
No matter the circumstances. Although neighbors said it and my dad said it, but to me, with the point of view, my mom too doesn't have a good reason. Let me just say she was influenced by a friend.
Okay.
So that is part of their home. So her mom came, they did the test, she was negative. Her mom said, oh, they were there, Jamie. So they talked to her, went to meet the main doctor, they counseled her, they told her everything. We got home. I apologized to my mother-in-law. So after I apologized to my mother-in-law, my wife said, how come I'm sorry? We begged each other. I now said, this is not about you are sorry. With everything you said, are you supposed to? You should have informed me. Money I wish, but they said I shouldn't.
From the hospital.
But I know the kind of person you are. In as much I know that it won't affect you and it won't affect any baby you are going to have for me. Until date, all the baby are negative.
How many babies do you have together?
After the one.
She has one.
Yes.
Aside your two older ones.
Yes.
Okay.
So that was how we have been living. And she'll be the one, okay, come and take your drugs. She'll be the one to be reminding me at times. And you know, when you are not financially, even the issue there is that the drugs, you must not run out of it. Like the way we are now. It was that anyone that stopped using the drugs, it was then it leads to AIDS.
No, I know.
But now, stigmatization, alarm. So it's very, very rampant. I know what I've lost.
Where do you think you got the HIV from?
That is the question I keep asking myself every blessed day without getting an answer.
Do you think your ex-wife had it?
No. I'm 1001 sure. No. That is what I don't. I keep asking myself to date. No, she didn't. In everything, I know the kind of person she is.
No, I mean if she had it before she died.
No.
And you don't think that was what killed her?
I don't know.
Uh-huh.
I don't know. I don't know.
What was the cause of her ailments? The ailment that killed her?
We don't know. They could not even pinpoint what killed her.
Did you do some tests while she was alive?
Yes, we ran a test on her. But they are like telling us, they just spoke one English like that, which I was like, I've never even heard about it before. But we don't know what killed her. Seriously.
So what about your two girls?
After I gave the two girls for adoption, so when the woman wanted to travel out, she told me she moved the kids to her own parents' house.
Oh, she didn't take them along?
She didn't.
Why?
What she told me is different, but now she changed the plan. I don't know.
What did she tell you?
Maybe the traveling, I think she has been processing or she has not, I don't know. But along the line, when she told me that the traveling has approved, that later she'll come and pick the kids. But now, the kids are with their own parents.
Okay.
So whenever I called, but she doesn't know what the kids are going through. Let's be sincere with ourselves. She might be upset with what I want to say right now, whether if she's listening to. She doesn't understand what the kids are going through. But I feel the kids, I feel their pains.
What
It's not
pains?
about, not because I'm their parents. One day I went to their house. Because I do take permission, I will call. So if they want me at times, the grandparents said I should not. So my first daughter called me outside. She told me a lot of things. Daddy, we are not staying here anymore. How I wish our mommy was there. So I tried to change their thoughts that their woman is their mother. So they have forgotten the memory of their late mom because it's been ages. Why are you saying this? So they started narrating a lot of experience for me, what they are going through. I was like, Egbami, when I'm still alive. I didn't say anything. I said, okay. I talked to lawyer because lawyer was involved between me and the woman. The lawyer was just saying nonsense. She was not going straight. The kids were complaining to me, and they are not talkative. This is not about whether they are mine. But they are telling me that what they are going through, for a kid to be telling you that they are tired of coming here, and no, something is definitely fishing.
How old were they when they were telling you?
8
Okay.
years and 7, 8 years and 7, 8 years
Okay.
and 6. So when the the sister told me, I was not like, is this what you are going through? Funniest thing, she now told me that, please, let it be our secret. Don't tell our mom, because our mom will not understand. I say, if people just want to run me crazy, which one is don't tell your mom will not understand? How can a 8 years old be telling me that our mom will not understand if we should tell her? I said, okay, no problem. It's our secret. The younger sister came. What happened? Do you still want to stay? No. Money, don't worry, it's time. So I now went to meet a sister that introduced me to her.
Okay.
Alaja, what do you think about these kids? God just used her. She said the truth. That did I not, her parents are old. That the way they take care of them is now different. There are some things they will want. They cannot take them out. They don't have any access to anything.
Unlike when their adopted mom was still around.
She's everything to them. Everything to them. So the younger sister now followed the senior sister talked. They gave me my children back.
She agreed?
She agreed.
The woman in the UK?
She agreed.
Why?
I was like, me too. I don't even expect that she's going to agree. Because I believe the kids were telling me to them, mom said she'll come and pick them. But when our younger sister told her, I was expecting her to say no, but she agreed. And the moment she agreed, I was excited. Because I believe that we are a complete family. It's not possible for me to starve them or to weaken my children compared to what they are going through. So along the line, I told my wife that this is what they are going through and everything. Even it was later on, the kids were now narrating everything, what they are passing through, even to my wife. Now, do you know the funniest thing? If they did what is bad at home, if I told them that we are taking you back to your grandparents' place, they will be crying. I can call them and put the phone on speaker. They will be crying that they are not going. I swear I will not do that again.
Wow.
I use that place as a threat for them. Why? Why are they scared of the place? That is what we use for them at home, even including my wife. And she was taking care of them. We don't have, but at least we thank God. And she was taking care of them. So we are 3 living in the house, the baby and my 2 girls.
Together now.
Yes. It hasn't been an easy journey because, number one, the way the situation of this anime, I'm limited to what I can do. Jobs, everything, I'm limited to it. So anywhere I'm going, I go with my drugs. Just 1 cup a day, that's all. But it has to be. With what they said along the line, if the viral load has suppressed totally, it will not show in the system again.
Oh, really?
You have seen some, it will not show in the system again.
Do you still have crisis?
No more. Because since I'm with the drugs, no more crisis, no more falling sick, nothing.
So, how has it been for you living with HIV?
Voila. The problem there is that you won't be able to have a freedom because you cannot expose what you'll be hiding. Only you knows, except me and my wife and my sister. Because if other people knows, I don't mistakenly drop the drug cap. The moment it's finished, it will be in my wardrobe. And the moment it's finished, I will put it in a liner. I'll go and trash it. So down I'll cool it. I don't mistakenly drop it within the premises. Because stigmatized. Alarm. Bolotiko. Miami, she told me, and I'm not wayward. I don't have friends. I don't have girlfriend. So I don't have anybody. I'm an hustler. I worked Manshewala because since there is nobody, I have to take care of my wife, take care of my children. If I don't even have plan of remarrying again, if not for Bobo Nkotoso and everything, because let me just stay with my children and be taking care of them. Because lies is too much. There is no family, so the kind of family I have, they don't help each other. Everybody stays on their own.
So, how is your mom now? What's the relationship like now?
Even my mom doesn't even know my status. She doesn't know anything.
Up until now?
Till now, yes. We don't see. The only thing I know is that my senior sister just called me that my mom was upset that I didn't call her. I was not like, I don't have. And you want me to give you. How should we do it? So, but it's just that I don't show it to face I don't have because I don't like going to the pressure because I believe that some people are even worse than my own. But at times I will just sit down at home, took my first wife picture and I will be crying. Most times. Because I know it hasn't been an easy journey. So she called me. I think it should be last week. My sister has been telling me, call. I now called her. I said, you'll be getting upset they didn't call you. Do you imagine what I'm passing through at my age? I just briefed her, but I didn't tell her in details. She felt remorseful. Second day she called me, third day she called me. That's all.
So right now, what level are you right now? What is it like for you now?
Life has been very, very hard. Number one, a part of situation of the country, but being positive. There is who wants to employ. Nobody wants to employ me. Even I've been praying, I've been dreaming that I should just have my own business. Because I believe having my own business, I won't be working for someone. So that I will not be like, alarm, don't touch my things. Because I've come across it. Several times I've tried of giving up. Even there was a time I took something, my children was like, my dad, if you die, who will be there for us? Now, my girls doesn't know that this my present wife is not their mom. I erased it. They don't know. They still believe that this is their mom. Even if you see both of them, my mommy, and the relationship were there. So things has been very, very difficult. And my wife has been very supportive is that she's not going to give up because the love is there. We really love each other. I tried getting a better job, but nobody wants to. So that's the reason I prefer that. Let me just get a shop. So that if I'm selling something, I will know that I'm a boss on my own. A lot of people reject me. Even if my neighbors should know, they'll reject me too. Because they'll be like, Ashalaro Lambagbele. So I now asked myself, what about the people that are even worse than my own? I do watch Demi Care Foundation. I do watch the program every day. They deal with a bad situation there, difficult situation. When you are stigmatizing me, I've lost more than 25 offers.
Wow.
Yeah, because of this. When the crisis was starting, all my savings, bang. But I don't give up. I've tried it several times, but my kids have told me, you must not die. You must not die. So that is the reason why I started feeling like I will not. Even my friend will say, you will say, thank you. But if I don't have, or you'll be able to see my child outside and you'll be proud of them. So they are the one that still makes me to be who I am today. If not, they would have forgotten me.
What do you want people to learn from your story? Why did you come on the show?
What I want people to learn from my story, number one, men, single men outside. Whether your wife has divorced you or she's late, the kids the woman have for you, give them attention. Because it happens to 99.9 men. Whenever they remarried, they don't give the previous child attention. And it's killing. It's really, really killing. They divert all the attention to the new wife and the new kids. They have forgotten the ones the previous wife had for them. Assuming my own father was there for us when we are still small. Number one, I will not be abused. Number two, I will have the kind of life I want. I will still not be struggling like this. Whereby I will not be starving yourself. But now my father wants from me. But when he's supposed to be there for us, he was not there.
Do you think you got the disease from the abuse?
I don't know. But I just believe that I've not gotten the answer. But I know that it's not from my parents and it's not from my wife. But I don't know where I got it from. But when they said, you are positive, I've tried to give up. But God just says, be deceiving yourself, you're not going anywhere. I've given up several times. But when my kids was now putting the ringing tone on my head, even when we are not together, when they adopted them, they are still telling me, don't die, you must not die. I said, okay. But now that we are a complete family, I have my children back. All I'm pleading for now is help for me to live and for me to take good care of my children. And I have a supporting wife who has been supporting me. Because I believe if I have a business I'm doing on my own, I'll be able to send my children to good school and I'll be able to take care of my wife. So all I needed is help. Because I believe with that help, nobody is employing me. I've tried all my possible best. I've tried. Nobody is employing me. Because the moment they heard my status, they will reject me. I've been rejected more than 25 places, despite the fact that I'm qualified. So I just feel like, okay, let me just start up my business so that once I see up, if I start a business, so I believe I'll be able to move on. I've tried so many times to commit suicide, but because of my children, I don't want to commit suicide because my children are my paramount. They are my everything. They are my hope. They are the one that makes me to be who I am today. Is for my children. For me coming here today is for my children. If not for my children, they are my everything.
God will raise help for you. I like the fact that you are not giving up, especially because of those children. By God's grace, they will become everything that you want them to become and even more.
Amen.
But I have a simple advice.
Okay.
It's my opinion. Some other people might have a contrary opinion and they are always welcome. It's just me. When you were talking the other time, you said, oh, you loved your wife so much and a picture is still in the house, is hanging on the wall. You loved her more. Even your new wife knows and everything. Maybe I'm talking as a woman, as a supportive woman, a woman who has been there for you, despite knowing your status, despite the fact that ordinarily an average person would have said the marriage was built on deceit. Do you understand? Because you didn't tell her. And she didn't leave because of that. She stayed. She still loves you and she loves your children. Except if she's very, very comfortable with the picture hanging on the wall. I think you can have it somewhere in the house. It's just my opinion. I'm going to throw this open to the people out there, okay, if they feel the same way. If I'm in her shoes, God forbid, I'm sure that it wouldn't matter to me, the kind of person that I am. Do you understand? I feel that if that makes you happy. But I just think you can make an extra effort to make her happy and make her feel like she's your everything now. And I also do not like the fact that it might be, but please don't give her the impression that you love the first wife more. I'm just saying generally, she might be very understanding, but I don't want her to now start feeling like, maybe she's the one that loves you. You don't love. I'm just saying, it's just, do you understand?
I understand.
It's a personal opinion. Some people might not feel it like that. You are a good man with everything that you have said, and God has blessed you with another good woman. I'm hoping that very soon you're going to call me and to say that HIV, you are now HIV negative. And I pray that is going to happen by God's grace. But I just need you to be strong for your children, be strong for your beautiful wife. Be strong for the people that loves you genuinely. Please, it's not the end of the world. You have tried your best. You are still trying. You are still struggling. And I pray, I hope that people will rise to help as well. We have done it before on Talk to Be. We're still doing it. I'm praying, I'm hoping that we'll do this again. I know I have a lot of people who are very, very good people, and they will support you in their own ways, in any ways that I can as well. I will, but I pray that God will send us early help. Well done. I appreciate your courage, and I'm sorry for all that you have gone through. God will continue to bless you. Keep your children, keep your household. You will never have any cause to mourn. Affliction will not rise the second time, by God's grace. All right, thank you so much for coming on the show. Thank you for counting us worthy to share your story with. We are inspired by your story, and we tell you are very strong, and the Lord will strengthen you the more, by God's grace. All right, so this is a small gift from us at Talk to Be.
Thank you.
To you.
Thank you.
To say thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you so much.
To say that we love and appreciate you.
Thank you.
We appreciate your time because we know you're busy. Thank you for coming.
Thank you so much.
All right, guys. I know it's a tough one, an emotional one. If you're out there, God has laid in your hearts to help Akombi, please do. Just send me a DM on Talk to Be, asking for Talk to Be on Instagram, Talk to Be 5,000. Just ask for his account details. I'll gladly give so that we can support him because of the children especially. Thank you for staying tuned. Thank you for the love always. I am grateful. If you are yet to subscribe to this channel, please do. You can also follow me on Facebook as Abiola Ayomide Adebayo. Till I come your way next week, do not forget, in whatever you're doing, put God first, be determined, and stay focused. I'm still your beautiful host, Dr. Abiola Adebayo Akimide. I'll see you same time next week on the same channel, by God's grace. Till then, stay blessed. Bye.
Talk to Be. Share your experience.